First off, I think if you're a business person or you want to make more money or you want growth or you're trying to build anything, you need to listen to what I'm about to say.
People outside Nigeria can just come to your DM and be like, I want to buy. And before you know, you are selling outside Nigeria.
You spoke about Microsoft leaving. You spoke about other organizations leaving. I tell you today, I've been making my research, me and my team, and we found out that the key reason why they are leaving is...
Welcome to another episode of the Paritie Podcast, and today I have with me the CEO of Paritie, Mr. Samuel Adeni, and he is a man of many things. He's like a front-end developer, business developer. He does a lot of things, and this conversation is going to be really interesting. We're going to be talking about small and medium enterprises and their importance in Nigeria. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
The importance, the roles of like small businesses. Like we know small businesses are in the community, but they have they have importance. So that's what we're going to be discussing. So I'm glad to have you here. Like mostly if I sit with anyone, I mostly like to know, okay, how did you start? Like what was the beginning like? What led you into like this role to do what you do? You have an edtech platform.
Yeah.
That's growing.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of things. So I want you to tell us, how did it all begin?
Okay, thank you again. It's good to be here. So my name is Sam again, and it all began while I was in secondary school. Yeah, I had the opportunity to start learning computer, and as at then I used to just network and fix computer until when I transited into understanding how the software aspect work. I found out that it brings more money to me then. But that was not enough. We needed to solve problem. We needed to show that certain things can be changed. We can redefine what's possible through technology. And that was what brought me into the business world. So as a then, we just started by training secondary school children, give them 1 or 2 graphics design training. And it all went well. We made some few cash then. But when I got into university, I found out that I could do more when I was in 400 level. Again, thanks to Corona. Corona came in very handy. It gave me the time to reflect and to see a lot of problems that I can solve. And for me, I picked the EdTech platform and see what I can do with it. So currently, we've trained maybe over 5,000 people. Because I've worked with organizations like Paritie, like Plural Code in Lagos, like Lognetics in Abuja, different organizations. Wow. And that's what led to all of this. And for the business aspect that you asked, I figured that if you have to create a business and make it a solution, you have to understand quite some things. There are principles that if you don't know how it works, you never will be able to create a system that can be a solution. So that was what made me venture into the managerial aspect. And I've had my own ups and downs, failed at some point, but I've learned to manage people, talented people, how to retain them. I've learned to craft out the documents. Many people think documentations, and I'm just going to wrap up this. Many people think documentations are not necessary to building solution, but much more than that. Documentation helps you to get money from people. It gives you a clear plan that you can spend your money, know how you can get your money back, know the kind of people you need, and that makes it just interesting.
Wow, thank you for this brief talk. And like today, the subject matter for today is small and medium businesses. Okay. So like maybe someday we have a lot of things to talk about with you, and I'm sure there will be more episodes where we get to talk about certain topics.
Okay.
In your own terms, what do you think is a small and medium business in your own definition?
Small and medium business are businesses that are out there to solve immediate problems. They are the businesses we find in our community. They don't make so much money. When I say so much money, like a return on investment of about 5 million per day, that's not what they make. yeah, but they solve our immediate problem. For instance, the pepper sellers. I'm
Yeah.
going like really, really local now. The pepper sellers, the people that sell sauce, the spices we use, for the northern end where I spent most of my life, the malams. They ensure that we have readily available bread, tea. They are small, medium businesses. The fish sellers, the meat sellers, all of these people, they ensure that they solve our immediate problem, and they make life easier for a lot of people who have money to get what they want at the time that they need it, which in turn helps the nation.
So like the small and medium businesses, definitely they have their own challenges, and a lot of people might not know some of those challenges. They will just think, okay, since someone is just selling like pepper in the area and like there are no problems, nothing. What are like the major challenges that these small and medium enterprises face today in a country like Nigeria?
Well, it's tough for them. And number one challenge is finance. And some of them has good ideas, but they don't have a robust finance to push it. So there is no access to fundings for them. Probably if a bank could come up, or a financial institution that could make life a little easier without so much collateral, that could help them. So finance is one. Another is their delivery. Because that word small, it clouds their psychology, making some of them not to deliver excellently. And many people term value for the kind of excellence they are getting in return. So it means that if you are a red oil seller, for instance,
Yeah.
and it's not because it's red oil doesn't mean everywhere should be littered and all of that. But when you go to these places to get something you need, you'll be shocked at, man, is this what I'm going to actually use to cook? But you still have to buy. So sometimes the delivery, the excellence they put in is bad. And maybe one more is their business understanding. You know, for the fact that they are small doesn't mean they should not put in plans together. Many of them lack that business understanding. They don't know that you have to put a plan. You have to have a target. You can't be selling something to everybody. You have a niche. There are people who you should be targeting. It's those targets that will help those kinds of people see the value in what you're doing. It's when they see the value, you can raise the bar for your money. And that's how you can get back more money for whatever you're doing as business.
So essentially you are trying to tell me that packaging, because from what you understand, let's say if you want to like put it all in like one word,
Yeah.
packaging is a problem for small and medium enterprises.
It's a big problem. It's a big problem.
Wow. Like actually, I never thought this was really a problem, because like you said, I could just go to somewhere, I want to buy like red oil, like you said, and I'll just see it littered all over the place. And psychologically, I know this is not right. Like in my head, I know this is not right, but I'll just be like, I'll just buy it. Or sometimes you go to buy something that you can wash, you see that, okay, it's not well arranged. In my head, I'll just be like, no problem. If I get home,
Yeah. Yes.
I'll wash it. Like the fruit seller by the road.
Yeah.
Sometimes not well packaged. You even see like flies
Exactly.
all over it. But because you want to buy that fruit, you just buy it with the impression that if you get home, you. So I believe that's actually a challenge, and small and medium business owners need to be like trained or oriented
Yeah.
to enhance delivery.
Yeah.
Like you said. The next question is going to be, how can small and medium businesses network to enhance productivity and sales?
Well, I feel that's a big challenge, especially in a country like this, because social media is trying, but I wish we could have, a centralized database where these SMEs could, have access. For instance, if you're in Lagos, you could have access to somebody in Adamawa. You could maybe get to a contact directly to make some supplies, which make it easier. But of course, I'm sure some people are there thinking about how to solve the solution. And also, I think this is what Paritie is trying to do in their own way. Yeah. I heard that something big is coming.
Yeah, we are working on something. We'll talk about it in a bit.
Okay. So how this networking can help them is it can help in knowledge sharing. You don't know it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while you're working at your own pace, somebody else is working at his own pace. When you collaborate together, it enhances efficiency. Remember, the reason why you're in business is not for yourself, it's for the customers. That means you have one main goal altogether: customer satisfaction. So the excellence you are building, whatever you're building, knowledge you are gaining, is for them. So somebody is growing, you are growing. If you collaborate, it helps it. And secondly, it helps the sales also. I might be in Lagos while you are in Abuja, and probably we're just into some kind of business, maybe the same business, and you have a target or a sales or a customer here in Lagos that you just need to reach out to. Then I could be your sell point. Just of course there are prejudice that you still my customer and all of that.
Yeah.
But again, it's because we're not seeing the big picture, that there are a lot of people who needs what we want or what we are offering. And that way I can help you, you can help me, together we can make more money. So I think networking enhances sales, enhances the delivery, the efficiency, and make us more money.
One thing that is not common with small and medium scale businesses is the fact that these are type of people that don't really think of partnership. And I think it's not just small and medium businesses in Nigeria. I feel business in general in a country like Nigeria, you hardly see people trying to partner. Maybe at like the top level, it's common. But when you come down, you hardly see people trying to partner with each other and collaborate on stuff. So what do you think, like how important is partnership for this type of, for small businesses? Partnership
is everything. For growth, for efficiency, for delivery, is everything. Because somebody has found something that can help the whole ecosystem. But because it feels like, I can monopolize it, I'll make more money out of it. No. I mean, the more you partner, you are validating somebody else that he can do what he can do well. In return, you are also getting validation because you are building a mindset. And it's one of the key problems in this country. People want to monopolize. They want to just keep things to themselves. And that's why we are not growing together as an ecosystem. So partnerships ensure that we have access to information as quick as possible. Partnership validates a lot of things. So you might not know me and you need something from me, and somebody else who is into the same business knows you. All they have to do is tell you that, Sam can do this well. And that endorsement alone, it brings that business to me. And many people forget that. Again, I think the orientation is just the bad thing that is bringing down the mindset, that the targets are many. If you can see how many people need what you can do, you find that you can't even deliver. Just in Nigeria, we are over 200 million. Whatever you are selling, you most likely will have over 2 million people that needs it. So why not partner with other people? Partner with people from different places and get a system that makes the partnership easier. And again, you have to be truthful, because wherever you portray yourself to be, that's how people will portray bad. I know, again, they are prejudiced, but I think you can start with us. Partnership enhances the sales for all of us.
There's something common with Nigerians, like in general. I don't know how, but whenever someone has something, like just like you said, we tend to monopolize everything. If we have like vital information that is working, we gatekeep. That's like the common word, gatekeeping. Like someone will just keep it and he'll just milk it as much as he can, and he's not going to share. And the more I study like businesses outside Nigeria, the more I understand that gatekeeping is not their thing. They tend to share. So what do you think we can do to kind of reduce the level of gatekeeping in this country?
Well, first, I think there should be orientation programs, maybe seminar, conferences, whoever is doing conference right now, tech, business, whatever your niche, you should ensure that intentionally you had it to part of your itineraries to give people an aspect just to orientate them better. That partnership helps to improve us together. Like you said, outside there in the more developed countries, they don't see it this way. If you have something, I have something, they are looking at we working together. So if we have more orientation, it helps. And we need individuals that are owning business or starting business or have owned business needs to begin to change their mindset that there are so many people who need this whatever business that we're selling, and with us they can get that services or that product or whatever it is. So you have to just begin to pull down that old mindset that if it's just you you can make all the whole money. I mean, how much can you even make? So if you help somebody make more money, that person helps somebody make more money.
Yeah.
That person helps somebody makes more money. You find out that all together in a year, we've had more businesses, we have more people being served, we have more peace, we have more product, more ideas coming up.
Yeah. So one of the currently, we know there is inflation in the country, and starting up, even if it's a small scale business nowadays, is quite difficult.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nigeria as a country, there are places where we can like go to, even if I want to start like a small business.
Yeah.
Somewhere I can just go to and get
Small
money. Or maybe if I have a proven business that is working, but due to like the level of inflation, it's sinking.
Yeah.
There is nowhere I can go to get like resources to keep that business afloat.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses are currently leaving Nigeria. Like if you read, if you are current, like you can, Microsoft recently left. That's like a big business, or they are leaving. So how do you think is going to trickle down this type of situation? How does it trickle down to like this small and medium? How does it affect these small and medium businesses? Because personally, I know a small business that is about to fold right now, and I wish there was something I could do. Maybe there is an agency I can tell that person, or maybe an investor that I can just refer that person to. Well, in terms of stuff like that, what do you think can be done to help like proven small businesses?
Okay, so I have some solutions. I've thought about this, and first, before I even go to wherever agency should come up, I think the people who are starting business should they need to work more on themselves. For instance, I'm not going to give you 100,000, as small as it is, if you are not clear on what you want to do. You are not clear on the targeted people. You can't say you want to start a business and you're going to service everybody. No, I mean that's a red flag for me already. So you have to be business oriented. I recommend that to everybody who wants to start a business or is already running a business and is not seeing the kind of desired sales they want. Get a business mindset. Learn the principles. It's a principle. You can learn them. Learn the principle of business. Learn the value of networking, relationship building, marketing, crafting out plans. Learn how to manage people, 1, 2, 3 persons. Learn them so that when you come to talk to any agency, even if you don't have a collateral that is that big for what you want, you have the intelligence and they can see it without doubt that no, if I give you $1 million, you can turn $1 million into $2 million within this specific time, because with what you have said in 5 minutes, you understand what you want to do. You know how you're going to get your money back. And luckily enough, I think I was invited this week. Okay. There's this agency in Lagos that is trying to solve this particular problem. In fact, this particular problem. And the guy was like, Sam, I've seen what you'll be doing. Why not join the board of directors? We've not agreed on the share, but when I saw the concept note, I saw the plan, and I said, this is the solution we're looking for. I think they're trying to raise about 200 million. The idea is, even if you don't have the collateral standardly as other commercial banks will ask of you, the moment when you can provide intelligence, you can provide some documentations, you can provide someone who knows you as a collateral, then you get a kind of money for your business. And not just that, they were also setting up a team. I think that's even where they want me to come in, to be able to further train and follow up them. So what the VCs, that's the venture capitalists, are doing for the big scale business, they want to do it for the small, medium businesses and see them grow. Because if they don't do like that, as much as we are insulting, talking about the government, there is so little they can do if you are not growing by yourself. You need to grow, show that there is prospect with you. Before your collateral, you have to show that you yourself, you are a prospect, you are worth investing in. Yeah. You can put your money. So I think these are some of the solutions.
I think most investors, they end up investing in the person.
Exactly.
Most of the time, not even the business, because if the person doesn't have like the clear idea and goal, there's no point in investing. And again, Paritie and Binary 5, we've partnered in the past. We worked on training, I think, almost 200 people in our last cohort. And right now we are working together on another a webinar and a master class at the same time. I want you to kind of go into details with that, even though it's something we are working on together. I think we just share, you talk about it and I talk about it too. But I want you to go ahead and start talking about it.
Yeah, some people are blessed from heaven, but you have to optimize them. You have to learn about them. And this is what Paritie and Binary 5 are trying to do. We are limiting the slots, of course, because it's quite low. But I think we're looking at 50 to 100 persons.
Yeah, 50 to 100 people.
And look at it. We are going to help you register your business because we are working with a legal practitioner. We're working with a law firm. We're going to get your business registered legally. We're going to give you a website for free.
Yeah, and a business email.
I mean, you need to know the importance of that's on another level. Website, what you can drive with it, how you can make more money. The government will only have to put the policy in there. Even if we get it right now, it doesn't mean you will get it right if you don't have this kind of knowledge. So this is what Paritie is trying to do. This 3 days class is this month.
Yeah.
Right? And you have to just leave everything you're doing.
One thing that makes me like even more fascinated is like the price.
Yeah.
The price is a token and it's going to be showing on the screen while we are talking.
Okay.
But the most important aspect of this thing is, again, to me, is like the people that are going to like spearhead this thing are proven people. Yeah. Like me personally, I'm part of the team, and I think I'm going to be taking a class on social media management. And
I mean that whoever is going to be part of it is blessed already.
Yeah, because like I've been like a content creator for like 5 years now, so like I don't think maybe the new ones that will come up next, that's what I don't know, but like I'm going to be there helping people to guide them how to grow their social media businesses. Like I've worked with other brands, manage their social media, so I have that experience coming, and you have the business experience. Like a lot of experience is there, and we are working with a lawyer. We have someone that's going to handle like legal. Yeah. To guide you on how to make sure you register your business. People underrate it, but recently the CBN said even POS people out there, they need to register their business. So these are things that maybe small business owners underestimate, but at the end of the day, it's very important.
And talking about the partnership, I think this is even another good way, because you will meet people like the CEO of Paritie. Yeah. You meet people that has law firms, people that are building business, people that have been into this industry, people that understand how to make money. You would get the opportunity to connect with them and share contact. I mean, these people always have opportunities, always. And many times these opportunities, they don't even need it. Like the board of directors I was just had to join. Yeah. So imagine say the first pilot phase starts. And of course, I'll have my own slot, my own access. Who do you think I'm going to first call? The people that are in my own closet. Yes, they're the ones. So that means if you have my contact and you have the privilege to even view my status, you probably first, and before you see it everywhere, you probably will have seen it there, and you have the opportunity. Likewise, I've seen what you can do on TikTok. I mean, I'm still amazed how you get that number of thousands of likes. That means people can actually learn how to drive their business.
These are teachable stuff.
I mean, from your home, you can make a lot of money. Yeah. You can make money from TikTok while still make money from your product or services.
Exactly. Like that's just one of the very good aspects about social media. You can make money off of social media and sell your products. Sometimes it's even like very good if you have something to sell. Yeah. Outside the content, like, because that's what makes it make a lot of sense. There are some people out there, content creators, that don't have product to sell. They are not really making a lot of money on social media. Yeah. But if you see people that are selling and at the same time they are doing the content, that's a huge one. You stand the chance to make a lot of money, because you can just be in Nigeria here, but if you do your content well, package everything the way it's supposed to be, people outside Nigeria can just come to your DM and be like, I want to buy. And before you know, You are selling outside Nigeria.
I'm telling you. And you spoke about Microsoft leaving. You spoke about other organizations leaving. I tell you today, I've been making my research, me and my team, and we found out that the key reason why they are leaving is not because we are blacks. It's because they are no longer seeing so much value. And people only invest where there's value, not because you're black or because you're white. We are blessed people. I'm proud to be a black man. I'm proud to be a Nigerian. But what we need to do is to begin to think, come out of that box where we are and show the world that we really have value. We can bring so much to life, just like you have said, and we can even begin to sell things beyond the borders of this country to affect them.
I think, me personally, I think some of the reasons why these big corporations are leaving is because the environment is no longer like conducive for them to run their business, especially with the policies. Like the policies you can just wake up tomorrow and there will be a new policy that will just totally go against your business, and it can't be conducive for someone.
It's really tough, and that's why instead of wasting the energy talking to the government, we're praying for them. But as much as we're praying for them, you need to be doing something for yourself. Pray for the government. I'm doing that. We are doing that together, but you need to be doing something. Nobody we see value and not appreciate. You need to be doing something.
We are talking about like big corporations, but I have one question that I want to ask.
Okay.
Do you think like the role of small and medium businesses, their role in the economy as against these large corporations? Like, which one? Like, I know both of them are very important, but the importance of small and medium businesses cannot be underestimated, because these businesses are mostly in the community, and there are people out there that might not even necessarily patronize anything from a big corporation.
Of course.
I think it's only people like savvy people that are really there patronizing Microsoft that is about to leave.
Yeah.
Like, we know that if I go out of this place, I need to go somewhere in my area, maybe to buy detergent or something.
Yeah.
So I think they are very important to the economy, but I want you to shed more light on their importance to the economy.
Okay, so let's pick the big corporations to be the tin milk and the SMEs to be the sachet. So you found out that not everyone can afford the tin milk, especially with the economy that we are currently facing. But most people still have access to the sachet because of the price, because of the availability, right?
Yes.
So what the small medium business are currently going to be doing for us, and their role now, is that they make things readily available for the masses. I was doing a research and I found out that there are about 4 different classes of people in this country. And I'll just talk about the last one and first one. So the last one are people who are broke, like really, really, really broke. They make about maybe 100,000 per month. I mean, even 100,000 is still not a good money, but they make within that range. And the rich people are big boys, the ones that own the big companies. So what the small medium people do is that they make these services or product available to us. They are the reason why a lot of people are not dying currently. Truth.
Yeah.
Because you know that when you leave now, you can decide to eat yam. And if you don't have the egg sauce and the whole package, which you should buy for about 4,000 if you're in Abuja or even more, you can still get it for 500. Somebody is preparing the same thing out there for you in another way. So I think they're actually very unique, and with them, we can actually see a positive change in our economy if they're empowered, if they are trained, if they are mentored rightly, and most importantly, if an agency like you said should rise up to support them.
So like this is another angle to this whole conversation. These small businesses are mostly in our communities, which means sometimes it's very difficult for them to have access to the federal government, the government at the top. Even maybe some small businesses can't have access to even the state government, especially let's say a small business that is in a remote village in Mokwa.
Yeah.
There's nothing the state government can really do to really impact that business. But I feel the local government chairmans have a role to play in making sure these small businesses survive. So what do you think should be done in that aspect, with the local government chairman playing a role to impact small businesses in their community? Because I believe they are like the closest to these small businesses, and they should find a way to take care of these businesses.
Yeah.
So let's look at it from that angle, and I want your perspective on that.
Well, I would say that first they should set up programs or support programs, either ways, that brings them together. You can't solve a person's problem if you don't know their problem.
That's true.
Yeah, if the government, local government now, can't do this, they should support organizations like Paritie, like Paritie, them out there in their respective states, and to bring these SMEs together, hear their problem, see what they are currently facing. Through that, they can now put a plan together. And let me still say it, I still think that the LGAs, the state government, even the federal government can solve a lot of problem without having institutions, again, like Paritie, like Binarify, that can implement some of the strategies they'll be bringing. You get? So I think first they should set up things like that. Secondly, they should sponsor or finance agency if they can bring one up that can support them. We want to give 1,000 SMEs 100,000 each. You're not dashing them the money. You're giving them the money at a very little percent return on interest. But you should give them that opportunity. If you can't do it, find an organization and let them implement that strategy.
I think this, your second point, there are programs like that they do set up, but the problem is it doesn't end up getting to those SMEs, and that's where organizations come in place, like independent organizations, independent companies that are already let them implement this type of things. Exactly. Let them do it. It's going to be more effective. They know, they are going to identify where the problem is,
and they're even passionate about the economic change, because more money for them is more money for them. Because you make 100,000 sales, I mean, where's the money coming back? It's coming back to them before it gets to you. So it's a win-win for the government also.
Yeah. So I think now let's just kind of wrap this up with like a future outlook for small, medium businesses in Nigeria. Like, let's say in the next decade, what do you think is going to happen given the current situations that we are in right now?
Well, I think there's going to be quite some rapid change for good if policies are set to help them. Because the government, beyond giving money, ensuring these policies favor them is a big thing they can do. So I think, yes, one is that. And secondly, with trainings that will be coming up, orientations that will be coming up, it's going to bring out the potentials in these people. I mean, like they'll say it in our mother tongue, Nigerians, they think, they sabi things. But again, it's just because there's so much struggle that distracts a lot of the people. So if there are orientations, things that are subsidized, make it easier, a little easier for them to go through. So I think in the next decade, we'll have more organizations, people who have even lived the small scale and get into the medium, and those in the medium will have even gotten into the larger scale. So we'll have more private organizations that are providing more services, that are providing more products, that are bringing new things in the fintechs, in agro, which is how we make food. Maybe you even see people coming up with greenhouses, bringing a lot of products, innovations to the country. And finally, I think that Nigeria can even move. I really think with this SME strategy, Nigeria can move to becoming a world-class country, because we'll have so much economy change positively that is affecting over 200 million people. The people are smarter. The people are thinking more independently. And given privileges like Binarify and Paritie, we can drive this change. I mean, that's why we are here.
Yeah.
We have the expertise, we have the intelligence, and we have the mindset. They asked a man one time that what does it take to send a shuttle or a jet or a rocket to the moon, to outer space? And he said, beyond anything is the mindset. And I think we do have that. we have that will.
We have that. I think we have everything as a country. Like there's literally nothing that I can't imagine of that.
Exactly.
You won't see a Nigerian there.
But
the thing is just getting it right. And if we should get it right, then everything is going to be fine.
Yeah.
So it's an honor to have this conversation with you. And I know this is not the last time.
Yeah.
This is the first time of many more to come.
Yeah.
I'm very sure of that. So thank you, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
All right. Thank you so much.